This poem is written about how literature in AP English treats me, and it's called AP English. He yells, beats him with a belt, running, hiding. He escapes to his room, but it's only a temporary bypass from his leather-bound doom while Mother Nature's in the kitchen. It's raining. Thunder's pleas on her palm knees, trying to calm the tempest of the storm which his father ticking time bombed. While the son of a gun looks at his pop caps, wishing he could pop a cap at his pop's ass or, in fact, his own. On this sick, sadistic Sunday morning, he knows if he uses that gun, he'll be the son that they'll be mourning. Bomb explodes, implodes, invades the getaway of the boy before he can get away. Ouch! Stop! That hurts, he yells. There must be an authority that I can tell. As he lays on the floor, tattered and torn, the calm breeze blows over the young man. He only hits you because he loves you. He only says that because he loves you. He wants what's best for you. I promise he cares. The boy's brain domain turns to a cave and it echoes. He only hits you because he loves you. He only hits you because he loves you. He only hits you because he loves you. He only says that because he loves you. He only says that because he loves you. He only says that because he loves you. He wants what's best for you. He wants what's best for you. He wants what's best for you. I promise he cares. The boy realizes the lines he's been spoon-fed and lied. He only beats you because he loves you. Lies. He only says that because he loves you. Lies. He wants what's best for you. Lies. I promise he cares. Lies. He doesn't care. He doesn't love me, and neither do you. Standing idly by the blood of your son, that's ridiculous. Like the dust in the wind, I'm gone. Like the trees, I leave. I'm sick of the lying and crying. I'm sick of the so-called love, the abuses of drugs. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it. So long, farewell. Avita did not say goodbye to an advanced placement kind of guy. My backpack's packed, and I walk out and shout, read between my lines.
And I'm wanting to see even more, aren't you? Like, I want to be in that play. That was good. Who do we got next?
Jamal Washington.
Jamal, come on up here.
Ooh, that is bright. Hello, everyone. My name is Jamal Washington. I go to Atherton High School. This poem is kind of about a kind of rough time in my life that I wrote once I was done, and I really like it. So it's called Paper Rose because it's kind of like a love poem. I know, cliche and everything. But I was walking down the hallway one day after, like, while this is going on, and I saw a paper rose on the ground. I was like, So I just picked it up, and it just really resonated with me. I know, like, most people would see, like, just a piece of paper in it, but I guess since I'm kind of a poet, I just saw the symbolism, and it described me perfectly. So it kind of inspired me to write this poem, which I now perform for you guys, called Paper Rose. Baby, it's pretty obvious I'm a recovering addict. Kind of like the A without the A. I'm not the same when you're not by my side. Kind of like the J without the K. Now the sun never rises on us. I still can't picture us two without the day. Now, do you want to stay? Of course you do. Even if you're too proud to admit it. Those feelings are bigger than just the day I committed. I still remember that time so clearly in my mind. You know what? Let's take a second to rewind. It all started with a Facebook message from a boy still dreaming. She replied so innocently, but I swear it's not me, it's she that was scheming. Like any other 16-year-old boy, I was on the trail to get some tail, but luckily, I failed. I wanted to be a player, so game, you know I spit that. But then she came around and you know she fixed that. She expected to be respected, and at first I rejected the thought of bringing her to my heart. But I brought my inhibition into submission, and finally, my love was in fruition. They say when you're in love, you ride high, but I would call my time a slam dunk because for once I was on top of the world, if only for 6 months. Damn. 6 months. Half a year. Well, for 6 months, even the devil could not level. I was a rebel, happily settled until someone meddled. Now I'm steaming like a kettle and hung up on you like a metal. I mean, as we climbed to the top, thinking it would never stop, about to make it to the peak, I reached back only to see you fall. We were two star-crossed lovers, now far off from one another. How could they take away the best thing that ever happened to me? Now every time I see a couple, I get envy in me because of your memories and me. Remember the time we Skyped until 6 a.m.? I wanted to stay on until the sun come up, but you didn't want your sleep debt to run up? You always did pay your bills on time. That goes to show we weren't led by lust, just because just seeing your pixelated face kept us robust. Every day I close my eyes and wake up in New York with you by my side. That will always be our safe haven, because I heard those words were paving with freedom. Those streets crackle our shackles, tackle our pressure, and cackle at the notion that we can't be together. For once, all the burdens and worries were lifted off our tired shoulders, and we became so light we floated in the clouds in a hurry. And the best moment of my life, when I took you to Central Park as we sat and watched the sunset, listening to the Equatorians. For once, I had nothing in my mind. No fears, no worries, no concerns, just you. I was in complete infatuation, pure love. I filtered out the bull until I was left with a deadly concentration. Now, I wonder if I'll ever feel that way again. Now when I hear couples complain, I just shake my head. They don't know how good they got it. But then again, I'm insanely jealous of them. The popular one and done, hit and run. After all, most relationships are just for fun. But people who think that truly don't know what they're missing. Why go for sardines while fishing while the Marlins are swimming at the bottom of the ocean? Yes, they take more time and require more patience. And sometimes they even tip your boat or break your line, but they're more than worth it in the end. To all the partners and young lovers, never let go of your significant other. Don't let petty fights and long nights get in the way of what's right. When you don't know where to go and you're fighting through the tears, just know the storm always clears. Next time you get a chance to stare into your lover's eyes, remember the time where you were both at your highest of highs. Hold that feeling and never, ever let it go. When things get rough and you think it's about to end, just remember that feeling and fight to the death so you can relieve it again. It took me 15 tries so I could find my baby. So much potential only to die premature. So take my advice and just maybe, you won't have to go through this torture. My heart is a paper rose. Wrinkled, torn, tattered, tossed to the side like it doesn't even matter. It's been written on, erased, bled through, recycled, and reused. It's been folded, forever creased, compressed, balled up. But its mass will never decrease. At times I let it float like a boat in a rushing river, or it feigns as a plane while I let the wind take it. For a moment I think it's never coming back, but I never remake it because I always recycle. And it always finds a way to return to me in worse conditions than I left it in. I'm sorry if I'm giving off a rather depressing sound, but just yesterday I gave it to someone and found that it was discarded, disregarded on the ground. And of course, with my luck, the only person that ever handled it with care got the paper cut. However, I keep my faith and love alive because through what God has discerned, I have learned that although my paper rose has been dragged through the pits of hell, it is never burned. So maybe, just maybe, there was one day that my paper rose will fly away and it will never return.
I gotta remember that one. Another round of applause! That actually reminded me of a quick story about our opening night of Romeo and Juliet, Paper Rose, the power of the spoken word. Opening night of Romeo and Juliet, we rocked it out as we do, but the best part about the whole show wasn't what happened on stage, it was what happened immediately off stage. CSC, we come back out to greet the audience. And this young girl comes up, and she had made a paper rose out of lollipop wrappers. And she gave it to Romeo, because he inspired her that much. And it was that moment that made all of this worth it, all of that worth it, okay? So, the power of the spoken word, applaud the poets!
We have one more poet who got waylaid and is running late, so we're hoping he's going to get here in time. We can get him up on stage, and maybe we'll even have to toss him up at intermission. but one more round of applause.